Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jabro, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best settings or the recommended settings that you can use while playing the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta or when the full game drops out. So if you guys want to do me a favor, please drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. The last time I did this video for Modern Warfare, it got a ton of views, and you guys showed a lot of love and support. So thank you guys very much. Let's get into the settings. So this is my first time really looking at the settings. I messed with them a little bit in the game, like a few minutes ago, but I'm gonna go over each individual setting and so you guys can know which each one does. So right now I play on a monitor, so full screen. I typically prefer to play on windowed full screen simply for the fact that if I'm streaming, I could go over to my second monitor fairly easily. So follow the Twitch in the description below. But that's just personal preference. If you're on a single monitor, then you're just gonna want to play full screen, or if you want to easily tab out, you might want to play windowed. It's all up to you. I don't recommend windowed or multi monitor unless you're playing two of the same monitors. It's all subjective, of course. Menu VSync, it's a menu VSync, doesn't really matter. Gameplay VSync, if you prefer to have your frame rate match your monitor, then you might want to go ahead with that. It all depends. I prefer most of the time to rock VSync, but sometimes it all depends on the game. Aspect ratio should leave it automatic. Most of you guys are going to be rocking 16:9 monitors. If you're on ultra wide, it's going to be 21:9. So like I said, it's all subjective. Render resolution, you should be running it at 100%. If you want to super sample it, then go ahead, you could bring it up more. If not, most of the people are going to be running at their recommended settings, so leave that at 100. Colorblind filter, that's subjective as well, so make your own choice on that. So field of view, I always love my field of view cranked out. If you're field of view is kind of iffy because it can affect your frame rate slightly, but most of the time you're not going to really be telling. If you're on PC, if you're on PlayStation, like a base PlayStation, you might have an issue. So that's up to you. Mess around with it. Personally, since I'm on mouse and keyboard, the highest field of view is for me. I know if you're playing on controller, you might want to try 90 because that's the best mix between FOV as well as aim assist. So yo bro, you gotta beam, hit your beams. Effective independent, I always forget, and I just asked my cousin this one. I don't know which one's better. I know that one of these I'll leave it in the comments below. One of these kind of like really minimizes the recoil, but I think it's gonna be affected. Don't quote me on that. I'll leave it. I'll double check with my cousin and I'll comment it down below for you guys. Frame rate, you can cap it if you want. If you're running VSync, your frame rate limit's not really gonna matter, but I'm just gonna leave it at unlimited for now. So now, details and textures. So texture quality, it's up to you. If you want to maximize your frame rate, then you're gonna want to put this around low to medium if you really don't care about the fidelity of your game. So I'm gonna run this at high for now. I'm gonna see how many frames I get in game, and if it's bad, I might just lower it down to lower medium, depending on how it is. Texture, filter quality. Again, you guys want to mess around with that, so I'll probably keep this medium for now because I'm not really going to be paying too much attention to the textures. Model quality, you could leave that a little high or low. That's all up to you. I personally would like my models to be high. But yeah, you could leave that high if you'd like. Then again, guys, these are all subjective. So if your system, if you think you can benefit off your system running with a lower setting, then please make sure you do. Special effects quality, not important. Screen space reflection, that's just all graphical fidelity. It's not going to use a lot of VRAM, but it's also really not going to make your game look all that different anyway. Object view distance, you want this high. You want this high because you want to be able to see objects far and away, as well as overall. I mean, you're probably going to be able to see most players regardless of this setting, but you want to have that. You want to have this high. Volumetric lighting, that's all graphical stuff. If you want more frames, you're most likely going to want to lower this. Shadow quality, most of the time you're going to want to keep this low because on it being low does not mean it's off. So like I know in Modern Warfare, you could still see a lot of people's shadows moving around, and it would help out a lot, especially if you see somebody coming around through a door. So you want to keep this low. It's not going to turn off shadows, so you'll still be able to see player shadows, but it's not going to have them at like a super high definition fidelity, and that way you get more frames. So dynamic shadows, you could keep that on or off. It's not really going to matter at this point, but I'll keep it all on just for immersion. shadow special effects, you're not gonna tell at all. Who's gonna fucking pay attention to a shadow from a grenade? Nobody. Weapon shadow, keep that on. I guess it's cool. Nvidia low latency, so this is for like I believe 900 series cards are up, which most people are gonna be rocking. Normal is gonna be all right. You might see a little dip in frames, very minuscule from what I realized from disabled to normal based off of Warzone. But boosted is gonna chug a little bit of your frames. Be mindful of that. So I'm gonna keep that on normal. In regards to anti-aliasing, I keep mine on low. I love how it looks high in ultra, but anti-aliasing does fuck up, does chug up your frames. So I keep it on low. You can't really tell. I mean, you can tell, but once you're immersed in the game and you're playing, it's not going to really matter to you. Again, it's subjective. It's not going to be that important. Because I used to have mine on Modern Warfare. I used to have it on Filmic SMA T2X, but when I started streaming, I was like, you know, I could use a little bit more frames, so I just put it low, and I haven't gone back since. So I'm going to test it out again, you know, test it out in game just to make sure. I don't know how this game fully plays yet, but I know off rip, anti-aliasing, you might want it low, lowest, or even disabled. Up to you, all your preference, but these, if you want more frames, you're going to want these settings low. Now, motion blur, turn that shit off. Unless you're psycho and you like motion blur, then that's up to you. I'm turning that shit off. That's just me. Subsurface scattering, oh, that's pretty cool. I guess I doubt this is gonna make a big graphical difference, but you can leave that on or off. And this as well. You might want to shut this off because it says your effect on VRAM is gonna be high. So higher increases the transparency. Yeah, no one's gonna be paying a fucking Can you fucking tell the fucking reflection on that headlight or that tail light? No, you can't. So that shit's going low. So in the rest of this, gamma, sRGB, if you're playing on a monitor, it's going to be sRGB, and then display adapter is going to be your graphics card, and CPU priority management is going to, don't mess with that. So that's going to pretty much wrap up this whole video, guys. Like I said, make sure you guys go in the settings and mess with them yourself. You really want to go ahead and get an idea of how your game's going to run on this. Everybody's setups are different, so you want to make sure that you can get the optimal setup for yourself. And everything else, you know, if you're on a mouse, you want to adjust these, of course. But that's going to end the video. If you guys can please do me a favor, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe what you guys think. Subscribe, more videos coming. I do PC builds, and if you guys want to subscribe to my gaming YouTube channel, it's going to be in the description down below, where I'll be doing Call of Duty videos. I'm going to try daily, so we're going to see. Without further ado, guys, that's it. Please have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.